Okay. Everything seems to be optimal. Another Genshin stream. Hey, 3 streams this week. That's something at least. And another time I'm doing an event at the last possible day. Like, there's only hours left in it. It shouldn't take any more than maybe over an hour because it's a cooking event and then there's only 4 parts. It's mostly dialogue. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. We're doing the cooking event that came out. And it is tied into Lantern Rite a little bit, but it's its own thing. This is what it's called. There's only 5 hours left. 5.5 hours left. So let's get this started right off the bat.
Wangshu Inn now hiring. Urgently seeking one temporary chef willing to pay top Mora, salary negotiable. Look, Traveler, an urgent hiring notice and they're paying top Mora too! Oh, Paimon likes the sound of that.
Strange. Why would Wangshu Inn suddenly need a new chef?
You're right, it is strange. Do you think something happened to Yanxiao? Cause that guy barely lets anyone ever set foot in his kitchen. Doesn't exactly seem like the type to hire help. The notice says interested parties should go upstairs and talk to the innkeeper Huayan. Should we go and see what's up?
You want to check up on Yangshao? You want to check how much the job pays, don't you?
Yeah, and we can ask about the pay while we're at it.
Seems simple enough. Also, I will say next time
I'll keep this close.
play this, I will probably be a different element. I've been Dendro for a minute. Dendro and Anima are the only 2 elements I have, like, maxed out. Or actually, no, I think I have Geo maxed out now. Which shouts to the special program that came out, and Shiori coming sooner than I thought.
Boss, there's really no need for this. It's just a little burn, that's all. It won't get in the way of my work.
Perhaps not, but continuing to work will only hinder your recovery. You need to rest for a few days. We'll figure something out.
Huayan! Yanxiao!
Oh? Traveler and Paimon! What brings you to this neck of the woods?
We saw your hiring notice downstairs.
And we decided to come check up on Yanxiao.
I knew we shouldn't have posted that notice. It's really nothing to worry about. I'm fine. I swear.
How kind of you. My thanks to you both. And thanks on Yanxiao's behalf, too. There's nothing to be embarrassed about, Yanxiao. Just tell them what happened.
Oh, all right. Well, basically, we had a lot of guests pouring in for the Lantern Rite. Things got busy, I started rushing, and I ended up accidentally burning my hand while plating a dish.
That doesn't sound like you.
Well, you know what they say. Play with fire long enough and you're bound to get burned. Even the best chefs slip up sometimes. Anyway, it's nothing, just a tiny burn. I can still...
Now. I don't want you pushing yourself. You'll only make it worse. And then you'll be looking at more than just a couple of days off to recover.
But the Lantern Rite's only just finished. And we're still getting tons of guests. Now's not a good time for me to rest. Plus, lots of the guests are visiting from other nations. We can't just bring in some random chef off the street. We have a reputation to uphold. I refuse to let someone else ruin the good name we've made for ourselves here.
Listen to you. Anyone would think that you're the boss and not me. But he's not wrong. Yanxiao was one of the favorites in the Masterful Chefs tournament. No matter how you look at it, his are big boots to fill.
I don't mean to boast, but any chef of my caliber probably has their own restaurant to look after. It's not going to be easy to find someone who's got the skills and has the time to help us out.
Looks like we might have to increase the pay we're offering even further.
Do we know anyone that's a good chef and has the time to help out?
Whoever could it be? Sometimes the answer you're looking for is right under your nose.
Oh, of course, you!
Oh, right. Yes. Now I think about it, I do recall hearing good things about your cooking ability. I suppose I'd added you to my mental list of people who can hold their own in a combat situation, but forgot you can cook.
Why are you even keeping a mental list of people who can fight?
Maybe a story for another time. More importantly, I'm sure Yanxiao would be comfortable leaving his kitchen in your hands, if anyone's. What do you think, Yanxiao?
Well, since it's you, I suppose that's better than anyone else.
What do you think, Traveler? Should we do it?
You said something about increasing the pay? Never thought I'd see the day when Yanxiao leaves his kitchen.
I should warn you that cooking for customers is quite a different ballgame from cooking for yourself, so I'll stick around the kitchen over the next few days to help smooth things over.
Oh, so he's not leaving the kitchen after all?
I believe there's some spare kitchenware here at the inn. Boss, would you mind?
Of course, of course. I'll take care of it. Whew. All done. Come, take a look. This was made with your measurements in mind.
This carpentry is incredible. You missed your true calling.
Ah, it's nothing. A little handicraft and elbow grease goes a long way. All right, Yanxiao. I'll leave you to take it from here.
You really went to all the trouble of building a new stovetop? What was wrong with the original? Boy, you really hate when people touch your stuff, huh?
No, it's nothing like that. As Boss always says, hire who you trust and trust who you hire. I just thought the original setup might be a little, tall for you.
Well, everyone looks short compared to you. I don't think it would be that big of a problem.
Anyway, as I was saying, cooking for guests is different from cooking for yourself. Not only do you have to execute on taste, aroma, and appearance, but you also need to ensure speed, precision, and consistency. Having the right equipment is a big part of that. Ill-suited equipment doesn't just make the job more tiring, it also slows you down. And paying customers don't have unlimited patience. Sometimes cooking is all about being well prepared. That's how you ensure speed.
Okay, and what about precision and consistency?
Precision all comes down to using your eyes. Where to slice into a particular cut of meat, how much oil to use, how to tell when a dish is done cooking. When you cook for yourself, you can always add salt if it's too bland or add water if it's too salty. You can tweak the taste as you go, but in a restaurant, there's not that much room for trial and error.
I'm not too worried about that.
Worst case scenario, Paimon can deal with any subpar dishes by making sure they get properly disposed of.
The final thing you have to focus on is consistency. You have to be able to handle the most challenging orders with the same level of technique and skill as the easiest ones. This is particularly important when you have guests from all over, each with their own tastes and preferences. You have to cater to their own dietary needs, while also giving them the opportunity to enjoy our local delicacies.
This last point is making Paimon's head spin.
Don't worry. Matter of fact, someone as well-traveled as you may even have a better handle on it than me once you get started. And of course, I'll be around to help you over the next few days. I don't think we'll have any trouble making all our guests feel right at home.
Okay, few things. What's interesting is that, yeah, there's like 4 events. So, 2 things. One, it's interesting that we're not getting Dane's quest yet. We're not getting that in the next version. We're probably going to get it in the version after. 2, or a few things actually. 2, love the idea of the new banner that's coming. And 3, I'm trying to remember the third one. Shit. I'm blanking on the third one. Damn it. It has something to do with the sibling, I think. I do hope our character doesn't hesitate next time we see your sibling. Because, yeah. Obvious reasons. And hopefully, I do hope we at least see a bit of them before the end. I really don't want to wait that long.
There's no time to lose, so let's get started. I imagine you probably have a good handle on the cooking side of things already. What you need to pay attention to is remembering each table's order. Try not to get them mixed up.
Oh, Paimon's memory is like a steel trap! This is gonna be a cinch. Which ticket are we on again? Table 1 was onions, but no chilies. Table 2 was chilies, but no onions. And table 3 was, table 3 was chilies, but hold the chilies?
All the guests have already finished eating. Snap out of it, Paimon.
Was Paimon just sleep floating?
You've been talking nonsense since about halfway through the day.
We didn't even get a break in the middle. Paimon's brain has turned to mush. Is it always this busy here?
No, but this is peak season. You both did a mighty fine job for your first time serving guests at the inn. Luckily, all our customers were familiar faces this time around, so we didn't get any strange requests. Otherwise, today would have been even more challenging.
No strange request? Someone asked for almond tofu drizzled in soy sauce. Even Paimon has never tried that combination.
It's a wide world out there. People have all kinds of different tastes. Being able to cater to all is the real essence of Liyue cuisine. Also, the thing about requests is that they're usually very specific. So as long as you do what they asked, you're unlikely to have any issues. What's really tricky is when guests give you free rein to do anything you want.
Excuse me. Are you still open by any chance?
Huh? Paimon knows that voice. Let's go check it out!
Also, this event connects a lot of previous events, which is interesting.
What should we do? It doesn't look like anyone's here. If only we'd gotten here a bit sooner.
Also, props... I find it funny that Nervalet's already getting a rerun before Lenny, even though Lenny came out first.
It's alright. If we start building a campfire now, we'll be eating before too long.
Right. Besides, if anyone's to blame, it's Lenny. So busy being a greedy culture vulture that he lost track of time.
Lenny, Lynette, Fremine, it is you!
Paimon? So, is the Traveler here?
Greetings.
Traveler Paimon! What a nice surprise!
Paimon was gonna say the same thing! We're just lending a helping hand at the inn. Anyway, so that's how we ended up here. But what about you guys? Don't tell us. Father sent you on another mission?
No, quite the opposite, actually. We're in Liyue on vacation, and while we're here, I thought a cultural tour might be in order.
Father said we deserve some rest after everything that happened recently. Otherwise, it could jeopardize our next mission.
It's not every day we get this kind of opportunity. Lenny thought it might be fun to spend some time in Liyue, especially since it's Lantern Rite season.
And the culture tour Lenny mentioned?
We could hardly pass up the opportunity to watch a Liyue-style magic show. Although, I think they call it conjuring here.
In our time here, we've seen conjuring tricks incorporated into a Liyue opera show, and even a wushu dance. It was amazing.
So, we decided to stay here for a few more days to see what other forms of inspiration this land might have in store for us. We visited Granny Roshin in Chingsa village not long ago, and today we continued our cultural tour in the area around here.
In the end, though, we lost track of time. We haven't even eaten anything yet.
And speaking of eating, as you know, seafood is a big part of both Liyue and Fontaine cuisine, but it's cooked very differently here. We simply had to try some local seafood after coming all this way. That's another reason why we decided to extend our trip.
Oh, need any recommendations? What have you tried so far?
That fish one with the misleading name. Sounds bland, but it's drowning in hot chilies.
Oh, you mean blackback perch soup? You're right, the name doesn't give much away.
It looked and smelled so appetizing that Lynette took a huge mouthful, blissfully unaware that she was about to set her mouth on fire. She could barely speak for the rest of the day after that.
Luckily, that wasn't a huge adjustment for her.
That's a noise. That was different.
What? Aren't you guys hungry too?
Yes. A little.
Yes, I'm ready to eat. Traveler, I'm afraid we'll have to send you back to the kitchen now.
No problem. What would you like?
Good question. I doubt we'll be able to decipher the menu, so why don't you recommend something? You should be pretty familiar with our tastes.
Okay, I'll figure something out.
One more thing. Please, if you have a heart, don't make it spicy.
I thought the blackback perch stew was actually pretty tasty.
And now that you know it's spicy, you won't be caught off guard, right? Why don't we give it another chance?
Once was more than enough.
So I know to check something because I don't know if I actually got the recipes from here. Okay, I did buy the recipes from here. I'll buy these though.
Fontaine, huh? No wonder they can't handle too much spice. Still, if we make the food too bland, they might as well be eating back home.
What do you recommend?
There's this crab and shrimp stir-fry I know that could work. It's quite heavily seasoned, but it's a lot milder than it looks. It has a light but really satisfying flavor.
Ooh, that sounds perfect! What's it called?
Well, this is where it gets interesting. They call it the Palace Jewels. The crab roe is supposed to look like pearls of gold, and the shrimp meat like chunks of jade.
That's a pretty enigmatic name.
Here's the recipe. When you're ready, go ahead and give it a try.
It's just timing stuff. It's kind of like karaoke, but with one button.
Crab roe like pearls of gold, shrimp meat like chunks of jade. Whoever wrote this recipe had quite the imagination.
Also, shouts to whoever animated this part, because the smooth animations is nuts. And it's not pre-rendered, as you can tell. There's actually, you can mess up, and the face that the traveler makes is actually kind of funny. Ooh. See, pretty easy. Let's swap the ornaments. Since it's Lenny, we'll make it red. Let's see, what fits Fontaine? That, I guess, and this. The ornaments don't matter at all, by the way.
Sorry for the wait. This dish is called the Palace Jewels. Enjoy.
Yes. We meant to say, you two must be tired after a long day of work. Do you want to eat with us?
Oh, now that you mention it, Paimon is a little hungry. Well, if you insist, then who are we to refuse?
But we'll still let our guests enjoy the first bite.
Oh, right, of course. You're still our customers. Why aren't you eating?
The sauce looks a little overpowering.
According to Liyue custom, it's probably good table manners to let someone else go first.
Looks delicious, traveler. I guess I'll dig in first. Here goes.
What is it? Do you need some water?
No. It's delicious. The flavor is so pure. It's drenched in sauce, but somehow it just enhances the natural flavor of the seafood. Try it for yourselves.
Alright.
What is that? Crab roe?
Yep, you have quite the palate, Lynette.
No wonder it pairs so well with the shrimp meat. I've never seen it prepared this way before.
According to the creator, chewy crab complements succulent shrimp, making a spectacular seafood ensemble with a succulent flavor and luscious mouthfeel. The crab roe glitters like pearls of gold, and the shrimp shines like chunks of jade. Hence its name, the Palace Jewels.
So that's where the name comes from. Huh. I suppose it's quite fitting then.
Huh. Was Paimon always this well-spoken?
She just memorized the what the recipe said. She just regurgitating what someone else wrote.
This dish must be right up your alley, Lynette. Huh?
It's half gone already? When did that happen?
Probably when you were busy yapping away.
I heard that in Liyue. The biggest compliment you can pay to the chef is to leave a clean plate. It's delicious. Thank you ever so much.
Wait, don't fight over it! Hey, leave some for Paimon!
Oh, that was some.
I think I'm finally getting the hang of chopsticks.
Practice makes perfect, huh, Femine?
Yeah. Well, Linny and Lynette picked it up in no time, but they're naturally dexterous. Unlike me, it's taken me a lot longer, but I'm slowly getting there. Oh, speaking of chopsticks, in one of the shows we've seen here, someone performed a conjuring trick using a bowl and chopsticks. So, if I want to be a good magician's assistant, I need to keep practicing.
Hey, Lynette's in there.
Lynette's not usually so forthcoming about what she likes. But this time, well, she's expressed it in more ways than one. I guess you've rubbed off on her too. Or maybe your cooking is simply too delicious to resist. The next time our paths cross in Fontaine, you'll have to fire up your cooking skills for my other siblings as well. How does that sound, oh great master chef?
Whatever you say, oh great magician. Whenever you're free, just set the date.
Oh yeah? Well then, I'll have to clear my schedule.
Also, I just realized you can see Fontaine all the way from Chinyu Vale from here. You can see where the split is. Also, I forgot it. You can probably see the tower of Fontaine from here. Just the mountains would be different because Chinyu Vale wasn't added yet.
Calorie surplus detected. Digestion mode engaged.
I've never seen you eat so much.
Yeah. Well, Linny and I are usually careful about what we eat, because we have to stay in performance shape. That, plus it's generally bad manners to overindulge at the dinner table. But once in a while, it's nice to treat yourself in the company of family. Besides, if I'd waited until my brothers were finished trying to out-polite each other, the food would have gone cold.
True. Also, I like these little chibi reactions.
So your friends like the dish, huh? Well done. Not bad at all for your first day on the job. There'll be more to come, so keep it up.
You got it. I had to do a little time skip.
Morning. The boss tells me that both new and returning customers have nothing but good things to say about you. I have to admit, I was a little worried about throwing you right into the deep end, but it looks like you've got what it takes to handle the day-to-day here. So it should be plain sailing. Well, just as long as we don't run into any extremely picky customers with unreasonably specific requests.
Oh, have you had someone like that before?
Of course! The worst are those old scholars who have barely cooked a day in their life, but think reading a stack of books on the topic makes them the expert. They criticize you for no reason, claiming your cooking method isn't faithful to the original, or that the flavor profile isn't authentic because you used an ingredient that wasn't in their beloved centuries-old version of the recipe.
This is Wangshu Inn. It does have the look and feel of a time-honored establishment.
I know that voice. Farzan.
Oh, innkeeper! We'll have each of your signature dishes, please, as fast as you can serve them. The most expensive ones.
Farzan! Oops, Madam Farzan.
Oh my! Traveler, Paimon, whatever are you doing here?
I just realized technically we're older than her, so Madame Farzan, we don't really need to do that. Because we've been around for, well, we've been asleep or knocked out or something for 500 years. Here. So we're technically older than her. She was only trapped for 100 years.
We could ask you the same thing. Where'd you suddenly get the funds to go sightseeing? And to order the most expensive things on the menu?
I'm not here to sightsee. Exemplary scholars like myself are highly sought after by cruise operators in need of an onboard consultant as they travel the world.
Oh boy.
Madam Farzan, please, slow down. None of us slept last night. How come Madam Farzan still has so much energy? If she's really over 100 years old, I don't understand how she keeps going. It's all my fault. She's been like this ever since I told her I'd be paying the expenses.
Layla! And Dory? Huh. Never would have bet on this combination.
Why don't you all take a seat and catch your breath?
Temporary chef, huh? Wow. No rest for the wicked. Well, if the chef here is trusting you to run his whole kitchen, then I've got no doubt we're in for some authentic Liyue specialties.
So, why are you all in Liyue again? Something about being an onboard consultant?
I got my hands on a new boat from Fontaine a while ago, equipped with cutting-edge navigation technology. If we manage to spread the word, it could have huge business potential. Right now, we're doing some test runs. We sailed from Port Ormos to Rito, then from Rito to Liyue Harbor. Next, we're planning to go to Dornman Port.
I forgot where all of those are. I think Dorman Port is somewhere we haven't been to yet. Also, I honestly still don't remember how old Dory is. Because the fact that she's so short. She's clearly old enough to start a business and be a merchant. But her size is a different issue.
Oh, Madame Farzan and me were hired to fine-tune the compass and other equipment. We sailed around the Sea of Clouds all of last night to put the system through some stress testing.
That sounds like illegal overtime.
Overtime for which
which they'll both be fairly compensated. They're both here willingly. The contract is crystal clear on that.
You really cover all your bases, don't you? Let Paimon guess. Paying the expenses is part of the compensation, isn't it? No wonder Madame Farozan is going for all the most expensive dishes.
It's not every day someone tells you to order whatever you like. Now, first up, we'll have the... Farozan, Madame Farozan, that is. While I am more than happy to treat you both to the most expensive dishes on the menu, we must remember that most expensive does not always mean best. I've heard that the most expensive dishes in Liyue are usually either seafood-based or take an exceptionally long time to prepare. Now, I don't know about you two, but after so many days at sea, I don't think I can so much as look at another piece of seafood again for at least the foreseeable future. Huh. That's actually a good point. Not to mention that poor Layla here looks like she's about to faint from hunger.
Huh? Oh, that's not because of hunger.
Surely the wise and virtuous Madame Farozan could not bear to watch her poor students sit here and waste away. Oh, well, of course I care about my students' well-being, but why do I feel like I'm being tricked? So, let's not order anything that'll take too long to prepare. Aside from that and seafood, we'll take whatever other expensive dishes you have. Over to you, Traveler.
Oh boy.
No seafood and nothing that takes too long to cook. The rest is up to you. I had my eye on Adeptus Temptation, bamboo shoot soup, and golden shrimp balls. But I suppose they'll have to wait for the next time. But that could be years from now.
Aw, Madame Farozan looks so deflated all of a sudden. Please still try to choose dishes on the expensive side, okay?
Oh boy. This should be something.
So, expensive, but no seafood, and nothing that takes too long to cook. That rules out pretty much our entire menu. Do these people get a kick out of being impossible to please?
Ugh, that Dory! Is she doing this on purpose?
I bet Mora that she is.
This isn't Liyue Pavilion or Shinua Kiosk. This is Wangshu Inn. We don't stock up on rare and exotic ingredients. We only get them in if someone puts in a special reservation. Well, if we're stuck with regular ingredients and we're on a time limit, there's only one way to bump up the price. And that's by cooking a dish that uses the chef's expertise and creativity to the fullest. As it happens, I know a recipe for something called trembling strings and rushing reeds. It can be whipped up quickly with what we already have in the kitchen. One plate usually goes for 30,000 mora.
30,000? But if it's quick to make and isn't fancy, what exactly makes it so special?
Quick doesn't have to mean quick and easy. To perfect this dish, you need expert knife work and very precise control over the heat. You have to finely slice several different types of meat into fine threads, knead them together into strips, then gently stir-fry them in the pan. What you end up with is a whole variety of flavors that come through layer by layer.
That sounds
This
delicious.
dish is unique in offering a harmonious blend of multiple kinds of meat, all cooked to perfection, while still bursting with their own distinct flavors. Do it right, and you've got a culinary masterpiece in your hands. But if you botch it, it's just a bunch of meat thrown on a plate.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! So this dish gets its value not from the ingredients, but the chef's expertise!
I wonder if this is a real dish that you can actually cook. Do you think I'll be able to pull it off?
Now, don't worry. I can take care of the kneading and other prep work for you. You just focus on bringing it all together.
Believe in yourself. You can do this! And if you mess it up, Paimon will still be happy to eat it.
Legend has it that a master chef once made this dish from 5 different kinds of meat. It speaks to my lack of skill that I can only handle 3.
Damn. Wait, I wonder. Is it the same dialogue?
No seafood in.
Aw, Madame
Yeah.
Farazan looks so deflated all of a sudden.
Had to make sure. That wasn't bad. Since it's Sumeru, we'll do green, plant, and this. That looks really good.
Food's ready. Please enjoy.
Ooh, smells delightful. Oh, we meant to ask, have you 2 eaten breakfast yet? If not, why don't you join us at the table?
Did Dory just offer us a free meal? When did she become so generous?
Let's not forget that the biggest business deals are always settled over a meal. Come on, come on, come on, sit down and join us. Everyone, dig in. This dish looks simple enough, and I did my research, so surely it can't cost all that much. Worst case scenario, maybe 10,000 mora?
This dish had better be worth working overtime all night for. Well, traveler, this is the moment of truth.
Oh, so tired. So sleepy. I just want to eat up and get to bed. Is this foul? Oh, wait. No, the texture is more like shroom boar.
There's a different flavor in every bite. And the discerning palate might detect a hint of something smoked, too. Quite marvelous. How is this made?
The smokeness is from the ham. That was my addition.
Ham? But I don't see any ham anywhere. Oh.
Haha! So you've noticed. Yep, every single strip is kneaded from several different kinds of meat. Paimon and Yanxiao put in a lot of effort to make it just right.
So I'm not an expert or anything, but don't different meats have different cooking times? How is everything in this dish cooked to perfection?
Well, you see, that's a trade secret.
It's just a matter of practice. I know some special cooking techniques.
Wow. So this dish really is one of a kind. That makes the whole trip worth it. By the way, does this special dish have a name?
Ah! Paimon forgot to mention that part. The dish is called Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds. alluding to the way that the different threads of meat are woven together. And also,
The complex layers of flavor, yes? Akin to the harmonies of a musical ensemble? The name, if I'm not mistaken, is a Liyue idiom that evokes a vigorous orchestral performance featuring both stringed and wind instruments playing together. Quite an apt name for this dish.
how did you know all that?
Every student has to master at least 20 languages before they graduate. Wait, is that not a requirement anymore?
No, it isn't.
Huh? Oh, that used to be a thing?
Oh, Paimon almost forgot that you're also from Haravatat.
So, anyway, how much does this dish cost?
Oh, don't worry, not too much. That'll be, 30,000 more, please and thank you.
30,000? About that, Paimon, traveler, I merely invited you to join us at the table, did I not? I don't believe I committed to paying for you. So, perhaps we could split the bill accordingly?
Oh, Paimon knew it was too good to be true.
$30,000 more surely isn't an outrageous amount for the most magnanimous Lord Gama Bay. Honestly forgot how you pronounce that. I'll talk to the boss. We should be able to do a 20% discount.
Yeah, as a famous merchant, you've got a reputation to uphold.
But every single mora matters, you know? All right. I'll just consider that the cost of learning about this dish. Once I'm back in Sumeru, I'll be sure to find someone to help me recreate the dish. And then I'll make it all back.
I feel so much better now that I've gotten some food in me. Delicious food really does wonders for one's spirits.
I never thought you'd take such a strenuous work.
My advisor said that young people shouldn't stay cooped up in the academia all the time. They told me that I should take the chance to get out and see the stars in other skies. Maybe I can think of it as my first internship experience. But it sure is exhausting.
Poor Layla. Where's the other Dory?
Now, how should I justify a high price tag for a dish without any fancy ingredients? Maybe start by giving it a fancy-sounding name?
By the way, the whole spiel about no seafood and not taking too long to cook. Be honest, you chose Wangshu Inn to try to save money, didn't you?
I should have known you'd see through me. Everyone was exhausted and seasick when I made the offer last night, so I figured they probably wouldn't be able to eat all that much today. Well, you saw how that turned out. I tried placing some limitations on the order to keep costs under control, but you still found a way around my schemes. That's what I get for not thoroughly researching the market beforehand.
Hey, you're not even paying those too much of a salary. Just treat them fairly next time and don't be so stingy.
You're one to talk, Paimon. You freeload whenever you get the chance.
Even though I didn't get to try Adeptus Temptation or Bamboo Shoot Soup, this trembling strings and rushing reeds was still quite impressive. Thank you for making it.
I never thought you'd take a job away from any ruins.
Well, about that. Even though newfangled contraptions are hardly my cup of tea, Dora's offer was quite enticing. She said that every time we stopped at a new harbor, I'd be free to go and pick out some ancient books at the market and bring them back to Sumeru. I couldn't resist an offer like that. So I offered to join for the lowest possible pay to undercut all my Ksharawar competitors.
Makes sense.
We're off to a good start this morning. Keep up the good work. I'm counting on you.
Wait. Another time skip.
Morning! Time to fire up the stove for another day of customers. Thanks again. Great work! Well, you're looking more like a head chef every day. Whatever crazy characters come walking through that door, I know you'll be able to handle them.
Wait, no! Every time you say something like that, you jinx it!
Hey, that's not true. Anyway, I didn't mean it like that.
Oh boy.
Dude, what up, bro? I didn't know you were in Liyue too. It's always nice to run into a Brody and a Zoomin fellow. Wait, did I say that right?
Almost. I think you meant fellow Inazumin abroad, boss.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, we gotta look out for each other when we're this far from home. Don't we, Ayato?
I question how she agreed. I still question how she agreed to be under him. Also, it's really like they're inseparable now. Ito and Cookie, Shinobu. They're always around. Also, I did not expect to see Ayato and Liyue. Also, they're back in Liyue because this is technically a continuance from the Beetle Battle stuff.
Oh, Bug Checker! What are you doing here?
Was he supposed to say Mark? Oh, no, he didn't.
Huh? Oh, hey, Flying Lavender Melon! Of the sky-cleaving white iron variety. And my compadre, too! All my buddies in one place! God, today's my lucky day!
Didn't you say you were gonna knuckle down and earn some more when you got home? How come you're back in Liyue so soon?
That can wait. As soon as I announce that Arataki Ito is available for hire, they'll be throwing Mora at me. Right now, I got a more urgent situation to attend to. I'm in the mood for some good, spicy food. Oh, and while we're here, we were gonna also see if Grandmaster Hanakado's okay and whatnot.
The quick look at Ito that Shinobu did. The look on Shinobu's face seems to say, don't ask. So what about you, Ayato?
Not too long ago, I heard a rumor that someone was hosting an Onikabuto fighting contest in Liyue. Naturally, I came here as soon as I could. But, alas, it was too late.
How did you hear about that?
You missed it? Aw, man, what a bummer.
Quite the bummer, indeed. Though all is not lost. Since you're here, you'll be able to tell me all about it.
Sure thing, my man. But let's catch up over some food, huh? Where's the chef, anyway? Hey, get the chef out here. I got compadres to feed.
Also, like, Ayato being so well-mannered compared to Ito this is such an interesting dynamic. I'm the chef.
Yeah, sure, me too. Wait, what?
Wow, Bullchucker set up that one for us really nicely. Gotta give him some credit for that.
But the main chef is another guy.
Good one, compadre. You almost got me there. All right, well, get the chef out here.
So, may I take your order? If you're entertaining guests, I can recommend the Palace Jewels, a Trembling Strings and Rushing Reeds, or...
Boss, don't forget the budget.
Yeah, okay. Got anything a little more, down to earth?
What's that animation?
Down to earth. Oh, well, we do a mean humbly enough. Real hearty dish with a ton of flavor, and we don't skimp on the portion size either. That'd be the best value for your Mora.
Humbly enough, huh? Oh, sounds like my kind of grub. We'll take that. No need for anything fancy. We're all friends here.
Excellent choice, Ito. I'm no fan of culinary ostentation either. Sometimes a bro just knows,
A bro just knows. Yes, a bro just knows. Bros don't suppose, 'cause bros just knows.
Oh my god.
Is this for real? Oh, whatever. Paimon's leaving you guys to it.
Also, as you can tell by the uptime, we haven't been going that long, and we're already on the third one.
Seriously, if I blinked, I would have missed it. Crimson Staff just launched itself at Bloom Pruner and sent it flying.
I'd expect no less of the bona fide Beetle Battle King himself. It sounds like a truly epoch-defining duel.
The air was getting stifling, so I made some excuses and slipped away. Anyway, thanks for taking the hint earlier. I'll fill you in later.
No problem. Oh, I didn't notice this before. I didn't notice they get displayed. Wait a minute, what does that say? Jamie can't be eaten. Ah, interesting. Too bad it's only there temporarily.
Gotta say, your friend's quite a character. Still, humbly enough isn't that hard to make, so I don't think we'll have any problems with this order.
Actually, why is it called humbly enough anyway? A hearty meat dish is a good start, but in Paimon's experience, one humble dish is never enough.
I said it was hearty, but I never said it contained meat. Don't be fooled by the appearance. It's actually just tofu, made to look and taste like meat.
Interesting. Tofu?
Wait, tofu's made of beans, isn't it? Oh, Bullchucker can't eat that. Guess we should get them to pick something else instead.
So, I'm pretty sure the whole bean thing is because he's a Oni. I don't know if he's allergic or it's because they threw beans. Yeah, I think, okay, if I remember correctly, they threw beans at Onis in the past because they're allergic to them. I remember that now. Because I think that gets brought up either in his character story.
What's the issue? I think I caught the word tofu.
Wait, what are you doing? The kitchen is staff members only. Never mind. I'll let it slide. Ma'am, Could you possibly ask your boss to order something else instead?
I doubt we'll see a cutscene, but I really want to see like a picture, fan art even, of Shinobu with her hood on. If you can tell, that is a hood, and it has a little like samurai thing on it. I want to see her actually have that on her head.
No one gets my bro Ayato like I do. I hereby declare that Humbly Enough will be an everlasting symbol of our friendship, or my name ain't Arataki Ito!
Oh my goodness. He rolled the R's. I can't even roll my R's. Like, what the hell? Why did he roll the R in his name?
Hey, where's our food at? Hurry up! I'm almost done recounting the epic adventures of Crimson Staff.
Oh boy.
As you can see, changing the order may be a little difficult.
Oh, brother, his whole ego is riding on this, huh? Even if we break the news to him, he'd probably rather eat the tofu than eat his words.
We're locked in now. We gotta cook that dish. How about we throw some free appetizers in?
Sounds good. I'll make sure he fills up on those. We'll just have to play the rest by ear.
Also, I know, like, her character model doesn't take off the mask unless it's in an idle animation, but I kind of wish we, like, briefly, like, see her without her mask. Because, I mean, she's literally eating. It would be polite to take off her mask. Oh, I didn't even notice Shinobu.
I never knew tofu allergy was even a thing. Okay, I'll handle the appetizers. You take care of the main event.
I can help too. Don't worry, I'm qualified. I passed Liyue's senior culinary exam once.
Right, you have a certificate for everything. Let me see if this has changed.
Seriously, if I'd blinked, I would have missed it. Crimson Staff. Just...
I'd expect no less.
Okay, I just had to make sure. I was stuck on the stairs. There is a face if you fail, but you're not gonna see it with me. So you might have to look up the faces that the traveler makes if you fail. I mean, it's pretty hard to fail. Inazuma. They'll get yellow. And Lantern. And yeah, they can keep those.
Food's here!
Oh, so this is Humbly Enough. You guys don't mess around. Woo! Love me that portion size. Come on, compadre, grab a seat. We're all friends here, so don't hold back. I'm just gonna dig right in.
That's a face.
Boss, we should respect the local customs. Here in Liyue, it's polite to let the guests eat first.
Polite? Shinobu, I thought old-timey traditions weren't your style.
Now that I'm finished in the kitchen, I'm a guest too. Hey, let me dig in first?
Huh? Are you kidding me, compadre? Oh, wait, I get it. The food smells so dang good, now everyone's dying to go first. Well, guess I only got my own good taste to blame. Go on, dive in. I'll wait till last.
Ah,
Hopefully Ayato caught on.
I see.
Finally, it's my turn. Woo-hoo! I spy a big chunk of deliciousness with my name on it.
Wait! Don't.
Huh? Wait, what is it now?
You got this, Paimon. You know the drill.
Okay, here goes. Anyway, so, Paimon forgot to tell you the really cool origin story of this dish.
Origin story? Dude, who cares where it came from? We all know where it's going. Am I right? Down the gullet!
Skipping the origin story is like going traveling without a tour guide. Trust Paimon, you get way more out of the experience after you hear it.
Paimon makes an astute observation. Much as every tea must be appreciated on its own terms, is it not a waste of the chef's goodwill to sample a dish without hearing its tale?
My compadre's goodwill, huh? Oh, can't have that going to waste. All right then, give me the full story. I'm all ears.
Also, Ito reminds me of Inuyasha, weirdly enough. I don't know why. But he literally reminds me of that type of anime character that he's literally portraying that type of anime character. Not like Inuyasha, but like the whole outgoing attitude and all that he displays.
That's more like it. Let's start with the ingredients. Actually, no. Let's start with the story of Wangshu Inn, which starts with the history of Dihua Marsh.
Now's our chance, traveler.
Got it.
Man, the tale of Dihua Marsh hits hard. People in the past had it pretty rough. Makes you appreciate what you got. Humbly enough, yeah, that's a good way to think about life.
What the hell? Also, Paimon remembering all that is crazy.
Darn, there's no segue to tofu from here. How did we get so off topic? Well, good news is there's only a little bit left.
But we're already beyond stuffed.
Oh, compadre, Shinobu, have you been eating this whole time? Save me some dregs, why don't ya? That's it, I'm done waiting. It's my turn to eat.
Wait, boss, that's made of...
One moment, Ito. I have a small request, if you would be so kind as to consider it.
I don't think he would necessarily, like, die if he ate it, but, like, he would probably be suffering for a while.
I left home in a hurry and was unable to bring any of my family with me. They've all heard so much about you and are huge admirers of the Arataki gang, so they will be devastated to learn that they missed out on this opportunity.
Okay, I don't believe... I get he's making this up, but, like, even... Like, who would believe that? Because Ayaka, I doubt. Toma, maybe. But out of the group of people we know that are related to their, to his family, that are, like, either helping out or, like, just know him or in it, that's bullshit.
However, if you were willing to let me bring the remaining portion of Humbly Enough back to them, I'm sure it will help to lift their spirits.
Yeah, I don't know.
At the face.
Boss, you gotta do right by your friends. They're pretty big on that in Liyue. Besides, you did eat quite a lot of the grilled fish while we were waiting for the main course. Including mine and Ayato's.
Huh? Oh, those were for you guys? Ah, dang it! I got too carried away telling that story, didn't I? In that case, pass my regards to your fan, bro. El Chefe, can we get the rest of this to go?
Jeez.
Count Crushmore. Instant kill. I never knew there were so many elite beetle fighters in Liyue.
You didn't really come for the Onikabuto fighting contest, did you?
Can you imagine? That would be tardiness of the most unfashionable variety. No, in truth, this trip is part business, part leisure.
I'm guessing he heard about it, and that's why he immediately got into... In order to keep the conversation going, he brought it up with Ito. He heard about it, and that's it. How come you didn't come to the Lantern Rite then? That would have been interesting. He would have been the only Inazuma character there.
Every visitor has their own agenda. For some, the festivities are all the more reason to visit. For others, all the more reason to avoid the crowds. In any case, one way or another, I seem to have ended up in the right place at the right time. Now, as for the leftover tofu... Yes, I'm sure Toma will dispose of it as he sees fit.
Dispose of it? Also, shouts to the mention of Toma. We haven't seen him in a while. But shouts, I hope we see him soon at some point. But I don't think he'll dispose of it. Either he'll eat it himself, maybe Ayako will eat it. I wonder if Ayato even liked it. And maybe I don't know if they can, but maybe the Corgi can eat it? Or not Corgi, not Corgi. The little dog that Toma has. Shinobu's is so cute. Shinobu's little sprite there was so cute.
I have to get back to the docks as soon as this meal is done.
So why did you really come to Liyue?
Well, thing is...
I can explain. Boss recently found work as a sailor, which allowed him to hitch a ride here. After the ship docked, he had some free time to do as he pleases. He's been using that time to hang out with Grandmaster Hanakato.
Just because he's here already! No other reason!
Right, he is still here. I wonder who's watching him.
Looks like that's all sorted. All right. Take some time to collect yourself. The next big group is coming in.
Also, there is another event that's going on. And I will do at least the first one of that, just to show how it is, but that's about it. It's like a Hilly Troll event. Actually, I might just speed run through it. Yeah, I don't know if all the things, like this thing. I think all the stuff is out. Oh, no, it's not all out. So I will just do the first one, which is these two. This is your final day of employment as a temporary chef. You wonder if this day will pass by peacefully. Time skip. I was hoping to see Ito again, and that's what I got. But I do hope... I kind of want to see Shinobu by herself, at least one of these times. I mean, technically you got her hangouts, but that's not really focused. It is focused on her, but you're really with the Arataki gang the whole time. And barely with her.
How time flies. My burns are almost healed now, so I should be ready to take back the kitchen tomorrow. You've really gone above and beyond these past few days. Last day today. Here's hoping we get through it without incident.
Why does Paimon feel like you just jinxed us again? made it all the way to the evening. It ended up being a pretty smooth day after all. Maybe it's because we've gotten so experienced at running this whole thing. We've come a long way since our first day on the job, haven't we? Back then, we were struggling to remember who ordered what. But everything's a piece of cake now.
I think that was mostly you. Don't get ahead of yourself. The day still isn't over yet.
Yeah, but who would come by this late in the evening? Actually, now that Paimon thinks of it, Lenny and his siblings came around about this time the first day, didn't they?
Hey!
Paimon? Fancy seeing you two here.
Been a while since we've seen Amber.
And Yula and Mika, too! Are you here for dinner? Why so late in the day?
We just finished an escort mission for a merchant caravan. The original plan was to make do with some rations for this evening and continue our trek north towards Stonegate. But Captain Yula brought up the fact that none of us have eaten Liyue cuisine for quite some time. We thought we might as well swing by the inn and see if we can still order something.
Ooh, so this is Yula's treat, huh?
We've been eating the same rations for the entire trip, so I simply thought it was high time we had ourselves a proper meal. Do you have a problem with that?
I think, we haven't seen Amber, I think, since Windbloom. Also, Windbloom's not in the next update, so that means Windbloom will probably be in the update after. I do kind of hope we get an interlude. Or either an interlude that takes place in in a new area, or the Dane quest taking place in a new area. Or unless we go back to that door that sort of leads to Conria. At least that's what people are speculating. Well, welcome to Wangshu Inn. May I take your order?
Good question. What should we get? Wait a sec. Why are you taking our order?
The Traveler's been filling in for the chef here. You came at just the right time. You'll be the last customers to enjoy her cooking before the original chef takes back the reins.
Okay, Paimon said her cooking. Last time I checked, I'm Aether.
Wow, really? Good thing Eula suggested we come here. I wouldn't want to miss this. So, what shall we get? I'm not as familiar with Liyue cuisine as I used to be. Mika, Eula, what are you in the mood for?
Anything goes. I'm just looking forward to trying the honorary knight's cooking for myself. I'm sure it'll be a great learning opportunity for me.
Something small, I suppose. We have to hit the road again after we eat. Beyond that, anything goes.
Wasn't it your idea to come here, though? Eesh, this is like getting blood from a stone. Alright, guess it's up to you, Amber. You name it, we'll cook it.
Huh? Then I guess... I don't really mind either. Anything goes.
Ah!
Oh boy.
I'm sorry. I really can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I could pick from the menu at random, but I'd feel more comfortable leaving the chef to choose.
Oh, one thing. I know I said I don't mind what we have, but no alcohol, please. Neither of them can drink. It's a real pity.
I've still got some sparkling water here.
Right. So I believe Amber is like 17, 18, or older than that. Like, she's not 21, and neither is Mika. Eula's like the only one in her 20s here. So that's why she's the only one that can drink out of the three.
Anything goes, huh? Oh dear. This is a chef's worst nightmare. With no idea of your customers' palates, you're left to make a wild guess. Still, now that you've worked in the kitchen for so many days, I have faith that you'll be able to figure it out. Go on. Show them what you've got.
Let me think. What do they like? What could they be craving?
Judging from the look on your face, you've already figured it out. All right, then. Go ahead and show them what you've got.
Also, the random objects sort of censoring what we're actually doing is kind of funny. Because you can't actually see what we're doing. Then we did this for Lenny, so this one... There we go. That was good.
This is delicious. Perfectly seasoned, and even the rice is bursting with flavor.
Nothing like a piping hot meal served straight from the stove. I've missed this.
You've put the finest Favonian field rations to shame, and that's no mean feat. So, tell us, traveler, what's this one called?
It's called... Paimon's guessing we can't just call it anything goes, right? Oh, hell, Paimon doesn't know how to explain this dish at all. It's got no name, it's just basic ingredients simply cooked.
Basic ingredients? Simply cooked? Really? I could have sworn that you put something fancy in here. Or gave it some kind of chef's magic touch.
This isn't the finest dish in the world. But it's the one you need right now.
Not the finest dish in the world, but the one they need right now. Okay, you've lost Paimon. What do you mean?
You've been on the road for a long time, and you've only been eating field rations the entire time.
So you mean we only think this is delicious because we're so hungry? There's got to be more to it than that.
Perhaps the fact that the aroma of freshly cooked hot food is a welcome change from cold, pre-prepared rations.
Oh, kinda like the feeling of waking up to the smell of freshly baked bread in the morning? Huh, that makes sense.
Yeah, it's almost like we're back at Good Hunter again.
But Good Hunter's in Mondstadt. Why make a point of trying Liyue cuisine if you can't even taste the difference?
Oh, I'm not talking about the taste. I just meant the feeling of comfort, you know? It's like the feeling of coming home.
Comfort. Coming home. Well, Yanxiao did say we want to make our guests feel right at home.
What makes for a tasty dish is highly subjective. Everyone's got their own preferences. But a chef caters to all comers. Gotta put ourselves in their shoes. And that's a chef's passion for putting smiles on customers' faces.
So in other words, the secret ingredient is passion?
Despite how terribly cliched that sounds, I'll admit that it holds true for this meal. Well played. Mark my words, I'll remember this recipe.
Hey,
But you can't really have a recipe without a name, though, right? Have we come up with a name for this dish yet?
little spin on what she usually says. I haven't really thought that far. Do you have any ideas?
How about right at home?
The rations we brought were adapted from my signature moon pies. To come up with something even tastier. I gotta hand it to you. You did a great job. Still, please do drop by and try a few Stormcrest pies next time you're in town. I insist.
I believe I have the recipe for that. I just need to remember how to make it. I have Eula too, so that makes sense. Amber?
Sorry. I zoned out just now. Didn't see you coming.
Got something on your mind?
Yeah, that food you cooked for us just now, it reminded me of the meals my grandfather used to make for me. I thought I'd forgotten how they tasted, but it all came rushing back. He used to make Liyue dishes all the time. I'd do my outrider training with him until the evening, then wait patiently at the dinner table. I'd sit there with the smell of delicious food wafting in from the kitchen, waiting for him to finally emerge with the goods. Sometimes we'd have Eula around for dinner, and even though she'd always find something to complain about, I could tell she really enjoyed the food.
Ah, so maybe she remembers too. Maybe that's why she suggested you come here for dinner?
Your words, not mine. Don't ask her about it. She'll only give you another earful.
Back when I was on the expedition with the Grand Master, I was often put in charge of cooking. Under the circumstances, I could only cook some pretty crude meals. But everyone still enjoyed them a lot. Maybe passion was the secret ingredient then too.
I do like his glove where he integrated his vision to it.
There you are. Thank you for all of your hard work over the past few days.
My pleasure. Assuming I'm still getting paid, that is.
Straight down to brass tacks, are we? Here, take it. I've thrown in a little extra as well. Call it a bonus. Hard work is rewarded here.
Yay! It's like all the tiredness and stress have suddenly melted away.
I'm just lucky you only worked on this job for a few days. At the rate you were progressing, a few more weeks and I think I might be made redundant.
Well, I for one look forward to enjoying your cooking many more times in the future.
Anytime. Bring some friends with you next time and I'll show you all what Smiley Yenshao can do when working with both hands intact.
Great! Although, just to be on the safe side, cook carefully in the meantime. You may have just jinxed it again.
Huh. Yeah. I wonder if they actually stay here. If they do, that's impressive.
Too salty.
And that's that event finished. Got some recipes out of it too. There you go, stop by, Catherine first. Because I did complete my dailies. Sort of.
Add Astra. Thank you for complete. Add Astra.
Let me actually see something real fast so I know for later. Where are you, moon pies? Did I not have the recipe? I swear I did. Oh, if I don't, I need to find it. I guess I don't have it. Alright, let's go to this, new event thing. I'll do the first one. Wow, I'm surprised I haven't done this yet. It's interesting that there's no real explanation of why this is a thing. Oh, what the hell? Actually, I do need to switch up my party.
Only innocent children and timid adults are scared of thunder. But you're not either of those, are you?
Let's start this. Farina. Well then. Interesting domain.
Quiet now. Here comes the cat. Take it easy.
Damn. Same. Hmm. seeing what they do first. I just ruined. Okay, had to make sure. I had to do that because I don't think I was able to do it because I had to do the second one. But you know what, I'll do. Since it's right here, I'll do it, and then I'll end after doing the second fight. Oh my god, what keeps triggering? Wait. Is this the right one? Yeah, I went the wrong one. Yeah. Oh crap. I figured out what I need to do, but... Let's see. I have to wait for one of them to come by again. Ay, ay, ay. There we go.
Dodoko? Dodoko, where are you?
This looks close by and also doesn't at the same time. Oh shit. Damn it.
Take flight! Strike cloud command! Sun's quietly now. Take it easy. Gotcha. Make way for me. Get
Hell yeah. There you go. Yeah, I didn't think I would have enough. How long do I have? 8 days? Hopefully I do get Zhao. But yeah, I'm gonna end it there. Wrong screen. I'll end it there. There wasn't really any character focus this time, so I'm just gonna have a traveler this time. Yeah, that was the cooking event, and that was also half of the Hilly Troll event, but the cooking event was interesting because we got to see some unique interactions and combinations that we haven't either seen in a while or seen, like Dory. And Ito with Yato. And it was nice to see the siblings again. But yeah, that'll be it. Short stream this time. Next week is debatable because Guardian Games starts, and then there's also I'll probably hop on Miles again, and then in a week time, 4.5 comes out, I believe. And I don't know how much I'll stream of that because there's not much going on in that version. So that will be a more relaxed version to go through. So I might do a character story. Who knows? But for now, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the bells on both YouTube and Twitch if you want to catch my videos or streams live when they go up or when I go live. Ring the bell on... Alright, I already said that. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow here if you want to support and if you enjoyed my content. As always, I hope you all have a good day. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.